Many of the fighters that I work with within my stable, there has to be a certain level of trust.
Paul's hired Don Charles to be his coach or assistant coach or be involved in the team.
Okay, Anthony is Rolls-Royce. Jake Paul is a Fiat.
So big problem for him then.
Don Charles' first words after training with Jake Paul before AJ fight. In a revealing training session, Don Charles, former coach of Daniel Dubois, exposed Jake Paul's glaring deficiencies. Sloppy technique, hesitant movement, and lack of ring IQ make it clear Paul remains a YouTuber, not a professional fighter, and Anthony Joshua should be untroubled.
Right? He went down the first time on his knees, took his knees, and he looked to the corner.
Don Charles highlights Anthony Joshua's extraordinary punching power, elite physicality, and championship-level experience, making it clear why he is a dominant force in the division. Against Jake Paul, the contrast is stark. Paul's amateur fundamentals and lack of ring IQ leave him completely exposed. AJ is expected to dominate from the first bell.
Look at all the positives of Anthony Joshua. He has loads of positives. His punching power, his physicality, his experience at this level, yeah?
Don Charles sees Jake Paul fumbling through training like a novice, pretending to be a fighter. Every sloppy jab and hesitant movement exposes him as a YouTuber, not a professional. Against Anthony Joshua, there's no chance AJ's power, experience, and precision will leave Paul humiliated from the opening bell.
And it is legit, as I say it is. He's 10 house gloves, over 8 rounds. It baffles me why Jake Paul would do it unless he's cashing out. I said it last week, I'll say it next week. I just think, is this gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? I just don't know, I'm struggling. Don Charles, if he's in the mix, Don. I might give him a call actually, see if he'll.
Don Charles notes that putting Jake Paul in the same ring as Anthony Joshua is absurd. Paul's lack of experience and technical skill make him entirely outclassed. This isn't a fight, it's a mismatch. AJ's power, precision, and elite-level expertise will expose Paul's amateurism from the opening bell.
I'm surprised at that because you just wouldn't put Jake Paul in the same ring as Anthony Joshua, surely. But if it's for real, then it's for real. May the best man win. And I know, come on, gosh, this is like, yeah, the world has changed,
Usyk explains that training with AJ is intense and specialized. Jake Paul could never handle this regimen. He's unaccustomed to real boxing discipline. Every session with Joshua sharpens elite skills that Paul simply cannot match. This preparation will make AJ even more dominant, highlighting Paul's status as a YouTuber pretending to be a boxer.
It's a good idea, but Anthony don't have time, might have. Now, it's possible because I will with Anthony with camp 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we're training together. Anthony makes special work, I too special, but we work together.
Frank Warren points out that stability is crucial for real fighters. Jake Paul's constantly shifting training and lack of professional consistency exposes his amateur status. Anthony Joshua's camp is structured, disciplined, and focused. The contrast couldn't be clearer. AJ is a seasoned professional, while Paul is merely a hype-driven YouTuber stepping into a serious fight.
But so he's trained, he knows what he's getting involved with, he's not an idiot, and he knows what he's going to be up against, but he must believe in himself to do it.
How do you think he'll do on?
Duke McKenzie explains that Don Charles knows Jake Paul inside out, but even with expert guidance, Paul's limitations are obvious. His mechanics, footwork, and ring awareness are nowhere near AJ's level. No amount of motivation can turn a YouTuber into a professional, and this matchup heavily favors Joshua from start to finish.
Yeah, he knows the kid inside out.
Yeah.
He knows how he works. He knows all the mechanics behind that kid and how to motivate and get the best out of him. We've seen it. And to get rid of him now at this point, I think it's...
Eddie Hearn notes that while learning from multiple trainers can be beneficial, Jake Paul's inconsistent approach exposes his amateurism. Unlike AJ, whose training is structured and elite, Paul's attempts at adaptation highlight his lack of true boxing skill. This isn't preparation, it's a YouTuber pretending, leaving him hopelessly outclassed.
But this isn't the first time he's gone into different environments to learn from different people, and obviously, if that's the case, great people to learn from.
Duke McKenzie points out that this fight is essentially a financial windfall for Jake Paul, not a legitimate competitive challenge. While Paul might see the paycheck as a win, stepping into the ring with Anthony Joshua exposes him to real danger. AJ's elite experience, devastating power, and tactical brilliance make him overwhelmingly superior. Paul, a YouTuber masquerading as a boxer, lacks fundamental skills and ring intelligence, making him extremely vulnerable. As Mackenzie warns, Joshua has the capacity to seriously hurt him. This matchup isn't about skill development for Paul, it's a high-risk encounter that could end in humiliation or worse, showcasing the stark gap between hype and true professional boxing.
It'll be the easiest fight of his career. If he wants to get 100 million and not even break sweat, you know, you take the fight. Is it going to enhance his stock as the world's #1 contender? Not at all, because nobody's going to take Jake Paul seriously. But on the other hand, I don't even want to play devil's advocate. What if Joshua seriously hurts this guy, and puts this guy in?
Devin Haney admits his surprise at Jake Paul taking on Anthony Joshua, highlighting the enormous risk for someone with limited experience. AJ is not only a world-class champion, but a proven force with unmatched power, precision, and ring intelligence. Paul's record as a YouTuber turned boxer offers no comparison to Joshua's elite skill set. While the fight may generate hype and a massive payday, it exposes Paul to humiliation and serious danger. This isn't a competitive matchup, it's a spectacle where Joshua's dominance is almost guaranteed. The decision underscores the vast gap between hype-driven celebrity boxing and true professional mastery.
I was surprised that Jake took the fight rather than Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is fought the best fighters in the world. He's a solidified champion. But I'm surprised that Jake took the fight and is fighting a guy that's so dangerous like Anthony Joshua. So I got to take my hat off to him. Because we were saying that, he's fighting this person past their prime, this person's old and this and whatnot, and now he's fighting, AJ.
Benavidez Sr. warns that Jake Paul faces a highly dangerous fight against Anthony Joshua. Despite Paul's bravado and the hype surrounding the matchup, stepping into the ring with a world-class champion like AJ is perilous. Joshua's combination of power, technique, and professional experience dwarfs Paul's amateur-level skills. While a big upset is theoretically possible in boxing, the likelihood is extremely low. Paul's history as a YouTuber, limited technical proficiency, and lack of real ring IQ make him highly susceptible to being dominated. This fight is more about exposure than competition, and any success for Paul would be a minor miracle against an elite, battle-tested professional like Joshua.
Don't count him out. I think that's a very dangerous fight for Jake Paul. But at the end of the day, we could have a big upset, but...
Spencer Oliver emphasizes the stark reality for Jake Paul. Joshua's destruction of Francis Ngannou showcased his lethal power and ability to dominate opponents from different disciplines. Compared to AJ, Paul's background is minimal white-collar boxing experience, and a loss to Tommy Fury underscore his inexperience. Oliver makes it clear that Paul is outclassed and hype cannot mask the skill gap. Facing AJ isn't just risky, it's potentially humiliating. Joshua operates at a level far beyond Paul, and any serious fan knows this fight is a one-sided affair. Paul's limited boxing history makes him dangerously unprepared for the precision, power, and tactical mastery AJ brings into the ring.
God help Jake Paul, that's all I can say. We saw what Anthony Joshua had done to Francis Ngannou. He went out there and iced him in a couple of rounds. A guy coming from a different discipline, well, this kid's coming from another level. White-collar boxing in 2018, gone through the mill, and the only boxer really that he's actually boxed, a legitimate boxer he got beat by, and that was in Tommy Fury.
Anthony Joshua declares his intentions with absolute authority, signaling a masterclass in boxing to come. He isn't just planning to win, he's looking to dominate every aspect of Jake Paul's amateurish approach. Joshua's experience and tactical intelligence allow him to introduce a new school of boxing to an opponent who has never truly faced a world-class fighter. Every heavy punch will carry both physical and psychological weight, designed to dismantle Paul's confidence early. Paul's YouTube-honed antics, inconsistent fundamentals, and lack of real ring IQ make him a sitting target. This isn't a casual sparring session, it's a professional demonstration of how far the gap is between hype and skill. Fans should expect AJ to systematically expose every flaw in Paul's technique while keeping complete control of the fight. By the end of the bout, Paul won't just lose, he'll be humiliated in front of the world, a harsh reminder of what separates an elite professional from a social media celebrity.
I'm going to land heavy punches. and I'm going to make sure I'm going to expose him to certain tricks in boxing that he may not have seen yet, and I'm going to bring him to another school of boxing that I don't think he's been exposed to.
Eddie Hearn emphasizes that Anthony Joshua's approach to this fight leaves no room for underestimation. Jake Paul is walking into a scenario where every moment in the ring will test his limited skills against a relentless professional. AJ doesn't treat fights like exhibitions, he treats them like battles, and anyone who underestimates his ruthlessness will face the consequences. Hearn's insight reinforces the notion that Paul's hype cannot survive the reality of Joshua's power, precision, and tactical brilliance. From the opening bell, AJ will dominate the pace, control distance, and punish any missteps from a clearly outmatched opponent. This isn't a casual matchup, it's a real boxing lesson. With Paul serving as the unfortunate student, fans can expect AJ to assert dominance early, leaving no doubt about the gap between celebrity boxing and world-class skill. Paul's inability to adapt to professional-level techniques makes him highly vulnerable, and Hearn warns that Joshua's intent is nothing short of decisive destruction.
A very dangerous night's work, and AJ will be, people say, oh, will he take it easy on it? AJ will be AJ. He don't mess around, he don't play with his food. He'll be going in there looking to take him out as soon as possible.
Spencer Oliver stresses that Anthony Joshua's pride and professionalism will dictate the tone of this fight. AJ is a fighter who refuses to concede respect, and stepping into the ring against someone like Jake Paul, whose skills are laughably below par, guarantees he will bring aggression and authority from round one. Paul's social media fame and hype are no match for AJ's calculated ferocity and elite experience. Oliver predicts that Joshua's relentless offense and tactical precision will expose every weakness Paul possesses: his sloppy footwork, timid defense, and lack of true boxing intelligence. The fight won't just be a victory, it will be a statement about the gulf between a seasoned world champion and a celebrity boxer. Fans can expect Joshua to dominate the narrative of the fight, turning Paul's hype into embarrassment while demonstrating why skill, discipline, and championship experience cannot be replicated by online fame or casual training sessions.
Being very close to the win, picking Anthony Joshua, because I know Joshua and I know him well, and he's a proud guy, and he will not want to lose any respect from this, and he knows that he's got to get this job done. So expect to see an aggressive Anthony Joshua, which is only bad for Jake Paul.
Ben Davison warns that Jake Paul is entering extremely dangerous territory, not just for his career, but potentially for his health. Anthony Joshua is a proven elite-level professional whose power, skill, and tactical intelligence are far beyond anything Paul has faced. Every step in the ring is a test that Paul is ill-equipped to handle, and the risks extend beyond losing a fight. Serious injury is a real possibility. Davison underscores the importance of protecting fighters in this sport, highlighting that Joshua's ability to hurt opponents is unmatched, as seen in previous bouts. Paul, a YouTuber masquerading as a boxer, simply cannot match the precision, timing, or power that AJ brings to the ring. Fans watching should recognize that this fight is not a contest of equals, it is a demonstration of the vast gulf between hype-driven celebrity boxing and true professional excellence. AJ's dominance will be total, and Paul's inexperience will be glaringly exposed.
Paul have a...
Dangerous in the sense of for the health of Jake, would you say? Yeah.
Yeah, like, this is a sport that we love, and I think we need to protect that. And you know, he's one of the most dangerous guys in the world to go step in a ring with. Like, you saw that with Ngannou, who was a seasoned, you know, one of the most durable men on the planet in one of the toughest sports in combat sport.
Anthony Joshua is not just stepping into the ring, he's making a statement. Every punch he throws, every tactical adjustment he makes, will highlight the massive gap between a world-class champion and a social media celebrity masquerading as a fighter. Jake Paul's hype, followers, and viral clips mean nothing when faced with AJ's experience, power, and ring IQ. This fight isn't a spectacle for Paul to shine, it's a showcase of how skill, preparation, and professional excellence dominate over marketing and showmanship. Fans should expect Joshua to control every round, punish every mistake, and leave no doubt about who the real fighter is. Paul's bravado and overconfidence will be his undoing, and AJ's methodical, devastating approach will humiliate him completely. If you're hyped for AJ to dominate and want to see every breakdown, reaction, and expert analysis on this fight, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single moment of boxing history unfolding in front of your eyes.